This is WR New York, an RKO General Station. Time for the following 5-minute program period has been paid for by the New York State AFL-CIO Committee of Political Education to present a recorded address by George Meany, President, AFL-CIO.
Every American who is eligible to vote should vote next Tuesday. Important United States House and Senate contests, gubernatorial races, and state legislation positions are at stake. There is a long tradition of trade union involvement in political education and political action. We try to get union members and voting age members of their families registered. We attempt to inform them on the issues and on the records of the candidates. We make every possible effort to get them out to vote on Election Day. We sincerely believe that the greater the participation of citizens, the stronger this country becomes. And we have learned, too, that the welfare of our members and their families is every bit as dependent on what happens at the ballot box as to what happens at the collective bargaining table. Like all other Americans, we engage in politics because we believe that the well-being of the nation and all its people requires certain things. For example, we want to help elect a Congress on Tuesday that will give Americans tax justice. Workers and average citizens now bear more than their fair share of the tax burden. But this is not true of many wealthy individuals and large corporations. Oil companies, for example, now enjoying fantastic profits, pay taxes at a far smaller rate than a family whose total earnings are $16,000 a year. Exxon, to take one case, paid federal income taxes in 1973 at a rate of only 5.4%. The family earning $16,000 a year pays at the rate of 12.8%. We in the labor movement are willing to shoulder our fair share of taxes, but we are not willing to pay the taxes for millionaires and oil companies. We think they ought to pay their own fair share. We believe in tax justice, and we hope the Congress elected on Tuesday will provide it at long last. We believe, too, in the maximum possible safety on the job for all workers. Most Americans probably are not aware of the daily slaughter and maiming of workers at the workplace, or of the unseen gases and dust that rob workers of their breath and often their very life. Every year, more than 14,000 workers are killed on the job, and 2.4 million are injured in factories, mines, and on construction sites. Yet in this year of 1974, there is still strong opposition in Congress to effective enforcement of the occupational safety and health legislation. We want job safety laws enforced, and we hope to help elect a Congress that will do just that. We want a program of health security for every American, funded in the same manner as the successful Social Security program. Right now, the cost of health care is the fastest rising item on the Consumer Price Index. Every American deserves the best possible health care, and no American should have to go bankrupt to get it. We believe a national health security program is the answer. Finally, and above all, we want an economy that is healthy and growing, that provides full employment at decent wages for all people, without runaway inflation, without prohibitive interest rates, without today's fears that every worker shares that the job he leaves tonight might be gone by morning, or that the wage he earns this week might not meet next week's prices. Everything I have mentioned can be achieved by the Congress that Americans will elect next Tuesday if candidates committed to these goals are the victors. Senator Jacob Javits is one of those candidates. He has been endorsed by the representatives of some 2 million working people, citizens of New York State. They know Senator Javits well. He is their friend. He has gone to bat time and again for them, for the poor and the aged, for better education, for human rights for all Americans. He knows what the real issues are: the economy, jobs, job safety, health care, housing, education, human rights, the environment, plentiful energy at reasonable cost. and he will be fighting the people's fight on all these issues. So on November 5th, I urge all workers and their families to vote for the re-election of Senator Jacob Javits. With your vote for Senator Javits, and with all the other COPE-endorsed candidates, we can help make the lives of all Americans better, their futures more secure.
Time for the preceding 5-minute program period has been paid for by the New York State AFL-CIO Committee of Political Education to present a recorded address by George Meany, President, AFL-CIO. This is WOR New York and RKO General Station at the WOR time signal exactly 10 o'clock.